Today we're going to talk to a gourmet vegan chef. Her name's Patricia Ganswind, and she's all the way from Berlin, Germany, and doing some veggie goodness all the way here in Vancouver. Hi, Patricia.
Hi.
Hi. Great. So tell us about, how did you become a vegan chef?
I went vegan 8 years ago, and before that I already started like cooking and preparing foods and for my family and friends. And then one day I just decided I gotta go into the traditional apprenticeship, and that's what I did. I'm a trained and experienced chef by now, and everything started in Germany, in Berlin, and then right after my apprenticeship I went to Vancouver, and that's how my career got better and better. And yeah, that's pretty much the short story about it.
That's great. So tell us, every chef's got a signature dish. What's your signature dish?
Oh, my signature dish is, I'd say, my raw vegan cheesecake.
So what is a raw vegan cheesecake? Tell us what that is.
A raw vegan cheesecake, in my case, is a cashew-based cake with a crust that has some dates to make it like darker and have the contrast for the cheese part. And the cheese is like cashews, lemon juice, so you still keep the original ingredients to let it recognize through your taste buds, but also very, very important for me that it looks like the original, and that's very, very important for me with every dish, actually.
So I can see what you mean, because you've got the cashew to give it the creamy, the fatness of cheese, and you add the lemon juice to give it a little bit of tang the cheese gets. But plus, on the bonuses, no cholesterol, guys. If you have a raw vegan cheesecake, you're going to get a lot of nutrition, aren't you?
Yes, and it's the great thing about the raw vegan cheesecake is that it is very easy to digest. You may think, oh, so many nuts in the filling, in the crust, but no, it's all soaked, and that's why it's so easy to digest, and you can benefit from the fat actually that comes from the nuts.
That's great. Yeah. So, do you only just do raw vegan foods, or do you actually cook across the whole vegan cuisine?
Oh yeah, I do the whole vegan cuisine. So raw is very my recent specialty field, but I like to do everything.
So I've been to Rada, and I've noticed some of your specials are on there, your raw pizzas and stuff. So tell us how you got involved with Rada.
Rada is one of my favorite restaurants, and when I was the first time in Vancouver, I already heard about it, and I heard very good things about it. And every time I was there, I was really, I enjoyed the food. It's organic, it's vegan, it's local, and it's just amazing. And one day they called me, and I got hired, and now I'm the raw food chef there.
That's great.
Thank you.
Tell us about, let's go back to Berlin, Germany. Now, Germany, in my mind, I'd be thinking frankfurters and a lot of meat and stuff. So so how does veganism and your gourmet skills go down over there?
Well, Germany is very, very diverse, so it's not really all about sausages and beer, what people mainly think.
That's the message you get, if you're in Europe or England, beers and frankfurters and whatever.
I mean, of course there's a certain percentage that people consume these things, but there's a very growing percentage about vegetarians and vegans and health conscious people. And so for me as a vegan chef in Germany, it was very interesting to see the reasons why people choose to eat vegan or vegetarian, and it's all kinds of reasons. It's like in every other country, it's just more or less, and I didn't find it difficult or easy, but it was just natural. And I just like to be a vegan chef, and I just created, and people loved it, and that's what it matters. And people make a difference by every meal they eat at every vegan and vegetarian restaurant they go, no matter where it is in the world.
Patricia, what kind of styles of food do you incorporate in your cooking?
All styles. Because I'm like very, very open to all kinds of flavors, taste, textures, and also like even crossover. Let's say Italy meets maybe Africa.
Wow.
And I just love that. It's like, of course I like the traditional part about the cooking, and it's very important for me that people recognize what they have, and that they say, oh yeah, I want this. Usually they may have a schnitzel and they can have it in a vegan way, and so it's a vegan schnitzel, but it's a schnitzel because it looks like and it tastes like. And so that's kind of where I'm coming from, the traditional part. But since since chefs like to explore and grow, so I like the fusion and the crossover and coming from all kinds of directions and using all kinds of ingredients. So there's no border, no limit.
When you were a little child, were you interested in cooking?
Yes, I remember that very clearly. I was maybe 5 or let's say 6, 7, something like that, just before elementary school. And my mom, she used to cook a lot, and I remember I was trying to memorize one recipe, a very simple one, and then my parents weren't at home, and I said, hey, let's get started. And so I picked all the ingredients and did the very same thing, and it was just an Italian recipe called pizza fritta, and just some hot oil and throw in the dough and have the crunchy pizza. So and everyone loved it. Wow, yes. That's
Tell us why you actually decided to go vegan.
It started somehow in 8th grade, combined with a little extras like my sister when she was 5 talking about what is this on my plate, and I never really noticed what she's talking about, and I was just not paying attention. But later, when I had nutrition in school in 8th grade, of course I remembered everything that has been happening, and then the nutritional aspect, and that we can take care of ourselves and of our body, our health. And that was very, very interesting. And I just decided, I want to take care of myself and everyone else. And so that's how I started to cook healthy foods. And later, it was just a consequence that I went vegan and vegetarian first. And but the vegan aspect was more about ethical reasons. So the health aspect was always there, and then the ethical part and environmental reasons came in addition to all that. And I just couldn't take that anymore. And I just thought, what? I'm responsible that the cow is standing there and literally standing all day long, or suffering, and I'm responsible even though I just drink the milk. I mean, the cow is going to the meat industry sooner or later. And when I understood that, I said, no, not with me. I want to get out of this vicious circle. And that's when I went vegan. Jumping from regular cuisine to a vegan cuisine, it's amazing. It's like you discover all these nice ingredients, and I just embraced all that, and I discovered one thing after the other, and started to make all kinds of recipes, and actually transformed regular recipes that contained meat or dairy products and just made them vegan.
You experimented in the kitchen like a scientist.
Actually, yes. People say that I'm not only a chef, but I'm also like a chemist. And it's true. I really like that. I like seeing changes when you combine certain ingredients, or just letting it sit, or blending it, and it's really incredible. I love it.
So it sounds like you really understand about the food, the ingredients you're going to use, and the recipes you make.
Oh yes. I mean, if I don't understand a thing, I won't touch it. Thank you.